Radical.
So, Sony is royally screwing over people with a Funimation account. If you have a Funimation account, you're going to have to switch over to Crunchyroll. And you're going to have to pay more money for the Crunchyroll service after the merger, you see, because Sony owns Funimation and they own Crunchyroll. Where's places where people go to get their anime fix. But I guess they didn't want them to be in competition with each other, so Sony decided, since they own both of them, to go ahead and merge them. After April the 2nd, though, problem here is a lot of people that had bought copies of anime that had a digital copy, they were under the impression, or they were told, quotation, that they could watch it forever. Because you don't really think about these things if you buy a product and it says right there, digital forever copy. Forever, not a thing, at least when it comes to digital media. Now, if you have the physical copy, there you go. You can watch that forever because you own that. But because of this merger, things that these Funimation users bought, these physical discs that they bought that just happen to have the digital code, they won't be able to access it after April the 2nd. Now, maybe there's a lot of issues. Maybe it's not all Sony's fault. Maybe during these mergers, there's all kind of licensing issues. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, Sony is royally screwing over these Funimation people with this merger. Now, they could have had the option to keep both of them separate and not do the merger because, they could have said to themselves, we're screwing over people that actually want to access their digital copies. But that access is being cut off now. So it's really, like I said, it's a double-sided thing to where not only are these people on Funimation going to have to pay more for the more expensive service on Crunchyroll, but they don't get to access things that they bought. Could you imagine buying something and not being able to access that thing that you bought because it was digital? The fact of the matter is we are all sadly going to the future where you don't own jack, media-wise. You don't own shit. And this is how the companies want it to be. They don't want you, I guess they don't want you owning anything. They don't want you having any real collections. A digital collection is not a collection. Or rather, it's a very temporary collection until something happens and your license gets taken away and you can't access it. This is pushing a lot of people into piracy. It really is. And there's a great statement that I've read lots of different places that are talking about this. Lots of different comment sections talking about this. They say, if paying for something means you don't own it, in the case of anything digitally, any digital purchase, if paying for something means you don't own it, then guess what? Piracy means you're not stealing it. It's an amazing, amazing comment, amazing thought. I would say it's accurate.